Hello everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again. I'm back for another crafting video. This time we're going to make some reverse slides, okay? So, what are reverse slides? Well, I don't know. I've kind of just made it up. So, this is basically what I consider to be a reverse slide, okay? So it's basically where the outer is transparent and the inner isn't. And it's kind of just made of these little laminating things. So remember we made these to go inside our slides. All these are made so deliberately so you can punch the middle out. So I'm just going to go through what I did to make them, and if you want to make them, it's just something different to add into your junk journals. The reason why this was here was because if I'd put them on the black mat, you'd never have seen them. You'd have think I was talking about the Emperor's new clothes. So what did I do? First of all, I have purchased a laminator, so no more ironing. I have purchased a laminator to do exactly this job, and we basically, myself and Brian have purchased it between us. So that's what I did, is I used the laminator. I will now just get that said laminator because we will need this. Okay, so the other reason let's turn it around the right way, Dave. I'm not sponsored by Fellows, but you know, if you want to sponsor me, that's fine. So I'm just going to turn this on and let this warm up so it's ready. So you might be able to hear a hum in the background, and it's literally that. So what I did was I have got a pile of these. Remember these from the last time? These are just some of the they're meant for business cards and for ID cards, for laminating them. So they're little small laminating pouches. I don't know whether you can still get them. Excuse me. I got mine from Staples in the UK when they were open, and they've been closed for many a year now. So what I did was I took my laminating pouches, and you know all these shiny flowers that I seem to have accumulated. When I use them, and I use them with a lot of matte things, I just think they stand out like a sore thumb. That's a personal thing. So what I wanted to find a way to use them. So this is the reason why I started doing what I did last time. Well, not last time, but one of my previous videos. But what I wanted to do was I lay awake one night thinking, I wonder if you could make a reverse slide. And then, of course, that's where all this stemmed from. So what I'm going to do is show you basically what I did in order to get these. So what you need to do is you need to forget the middle bit. You need to arrange flowers so that you can see them around the outside. So that's what we're going to do. And I will do that with you. Well, I say with you, I'm going to do it and you're going to watch me. Or you can join in or whatever. So, and then there's bits of plastic that peel off the bag, then get stuck to everything. So I'm just working from thinking about what the negative space is going to be. So this bit is the middle bit is going to get cut out. So I'm working so that I have all of my flowers around the outside. You know, like a buffalo girl, they need to go around the outside. So for that, anybody that knows that reference, so if anybody doesn't, if you're scratching your head thinking, oh, what's he talking about, then that's absolutely fine. That's also fine. So like I say, I'm just going through, so that you don't get too much of a build up. Don't pile too many layers on top of them. You know, if you feel like you need to cut it down, then cut it down. If you want things to stick out around the middle and but yet point into the middle, you just need to, I'll show you what you do. Peel the back off this first. Talk amongst yourselves while I do this. Of course, the laminator's ready now, isn't it? So should have had one ready to go, shouldn't I? Yay! Yay! Those of you that were waiting for me to do that. There you go. And you just point them in, so you hang it off. And don't worry about that, because we're going to cut that off. Don't put that through the laminator, though. You need to cut it off before you put it through the laminator. Okay. Otherwise, you will get a very stuck laminator, and you will be crying, and you will be screaming at me probably, because you'll be blaming me for it. So. Again, the problem is that it keeps shutting. I did try to stick it down with a bit of washi tape, but even then it just kept unfurling itself. This is going to be a very eclectic one. I'm not really thinking about the placing of these, but I would suggest you think about what you're going to put in this. So what sort of flowers do you want? What groupings do you want? I wouldn't normally just throw any old flower in, but for you guys I will. And I'm just going to have that sort of there. Okay, so then what I do is just cut these all off around the outsides, just following that. I mean, if you've got any of the flowers that you think, oh, I could put that back in, then do that. Then, you know, you might want to use that down the side of one of them, then that's fine, but I'm not going to for the purpose of this. I think it's all stuck to everything else. It will get a bit sticky and messy. I will point that out to you. Okay, so I'll come back to this in a second. I'll just do another one, but I'll think a bit more about the placing this time. So I think, you see how that one lends itself to going down the edge of somewhere. So think about that kind of thing. So remember, they have to be inside the laminating pouch. Put that down there. What have we got here? Maybe these roses. Put these down. Maybe have those at the bottom there. What else can we have? What's this? Maybe those? No, maybe a white flower to break it up. What's here? Ooh. Maybe a little leaf. Just this is the thing that will take the time peeling the backs off these things. Put a leaf in there like that. I'm just going to cut that down like that, and then peel that off. Hopefully through the power of editing it'll look like I've done this like seamlessly, not be sat here peeling it. Put that, and then just tuck them, make sure that you tuck them into that crease, but don't pull that right off, because you won't want to put that through there then, through the laminator. So like I say, just cut all of those little bits. If there's any sticky bit that hangs off the outside, cut that off. You don't want to get that jammed in your laminator. It'll be bye-bye laminator. So there we go. So that's those. Let's just move those together. I'll pop those over there. Okay, so now what we need to do is, so this is the open end. Just, I know that you probably know how to use a laminator, but I'm just going to make sure that you do know. The open end facing towards you and the closed end into the laminator, and you're just going to pop it in the laminator. And then we're just going to wait for that to go through. And it doesn't take very long at all. It's not instant, but it's fairly quick. And then as it comes out the other side, take it away, Don't leave them sitting in the laminator because that will just make them warp. Don't worry about this where it's cropped off here. What the potential is that we're going to chop that off from a window anyway, so there we go, that one's come out as well. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to get rid of that, put that back on the floor for now, let that cool down. Don't put that back in its box or anything until it's completely cooled. Okay, so then what we've done is we've then decided how we're going to cut these out. So let's have a look. We've got one here I've made previously, and then these two that I've just done, and might get another one. So let's have a look. Which other one? Maybe that one. Yep, that one. So, and then we're going to get our die cutter out. So you're going to need to have your die cutter out. What you're going to do is you're going to cut a bit out of this, and you're going to cut something to go into it as well. So, and this is like really simple, and it's just something different. I think that's what it is. I wanted something a bit different to what everybody else is doing. Now, you have to decide what shape you want to use. I think on that one, that is the right shape. Now, it's absolutely important that you washi tape this down, because I know that you would normally maybe do washi taping on paper, but it's absolutely important on this because, sorry, I'm just going to put a bit of something behind where it's a bit higher contrast. There you go. The reason for that is this will just slide around otherwise. So if you've decided, you've spent a while perfectly centering it and you've got it in the place that you want, then just a gnat sneeze will make it move. So you just want to make sure you stuck it down well. Okay, so that's that one. What should we do on this one? Should we do a circle for a change? Which one? Does any of these lend themselves to a circle? Oh, that's quite good. That goes nicely with a circle. Let's use that one. Bit of die cutting there. So we're going to just lay it. Hopefully you can see this. We're just going to put that in the place where we want it to be, and remember we're just going to tape it down, make sure it's taped nicely. Then we're going to take another one. That's the other one, so maybe we use, don't know, should we use that on that one? And that on that one? Yep, let's do that. So we're going to use this on here. Again, just stick it down. And don't try and cut the outer and the inner at the same time, because you'll when this goes through the die cutter, you'll see what I mean by that. You'll just cause more work for yourself if you try and do that. It needs to be a bit further over that way, Dave. Yep, about there. Stick that down. Right, okay, so there we go. So I wouldn't advise you to do this, but just to save time, I'm going to put them all through the die cutter together, if they go through. But your die cutters might be better than mine, but I'm really pushing it. So you see how they, hopefully you can hear this, how much noise they make. And I will tell you now that you might need to go through twice or maybe 3 times to be able to get it to completely cut through that plastic. Okay, so I'm just going to move that to one side for a minute while we take these off. So this should have now cut through. It might still be a little bit connected, see, like that, it's still a bit connected, and that's because of the lots of layers. So if you're confident with a knife, use a knife. If you're not, pop it back in the die cutter. and you might need a shim for it. So, for instance, the circle I'm obviously not going to be able to cut like this because, well, I can't cut a circle at the best of times, let alone on camera. I'm just going to wiggle it until it comes out, basically. There you go. Snap it out. That one, we're going to do the other bit in a minute. So has this one come out? No, it hasn't. Has this one come out? It feels like it might have done. Yes, it has. That's fine. Some of the cutting dies are better than others, obviously. I'll put that there. Has this one popped out? Yes, it has. That one's fine. And that's the other cutting die. Right, okay, so the circular one hasn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop that back in, but we're going to put that in with a bit of cardboard somewhere. There is a bit of cardboard in this place. There's bound to be a bit of cardboard in this place. Trust me. Got to be. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm trying to find a bit of cardboard there when I've got loads of it here. So I don't want it to be really thick. I just want a piece of file folder is fine. Put that one there. Pop this back through this. So I will just point out, because your laminator will heat up, it might warp your mat. Mine has warped a little from the extra heat. Hopefully that's cut that this time. Can I feel the dye through there? I can, not quite, still not quite. Might need more of a shim then. It might need a shimmy rather than a shim. Let's try a bit further over to one side. Sometimes you get a bit more pressure on the side of the rollers. Oh, that's a lot tougher to get through. Cool. Hopefully that's done it this time. Turn that knife around, otherwise I'm going to stab myself in the stomach. Yeah, that feels like it's gone through a bit better. Oh, well, not perfectly, but we might have to cut some of it out. Oh look, completely mashed that. There you go. It's the inner layer that was being a problem. I'm just going to cut that bit out. It's where all of these stickers have layered up. You've made a really thick lamination of plastic, really. So, okay, there we go. So that bit's out. It gets very staticky round here. So, okay. So now what we need to do is we just need to do the other bits. Now, of course, you could just cut these bits out and lay them on the top. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to make it almost flat, so that when you put it in, pop it into a pocket, it didn't catch underneath it and pull the middle bit out. So that was the bit that I was concerned about. So that's the reason why we're doing it like that. Well, that's the reason why I'm doing it like this. You can do what you like. So it's yours. You can do what you like. Whatever you like. Do whatever you like. So I'm just going to cut all of these at the same time because, well, you know me. I actually like those and those there. Those numbers. Those numbers are quite cool. I might have to have these in my finished article. Oh, Dave, idiot child. There you go. Put those on there. And then I'm just going to put this through. It's one of those. Ugh. Back through. Cool. Oh, hang on. We've got a die crossover. Oh well. I knew something would go wrong. It's because of me being, overzealous, trying to do it all really Do it really fast, Dave. No, do it really right, Dave. That's what you should be doing. Right, which one didn't cut? That one. A bit with the best numbers on it as well. Oh well. Let's use another piece. Use it with. We have to do it that way then, won't we? To have it with a bit more interesting stuff on. Okay, put that on. I have just thrown that on the floor in case anybody's wondering. There is a bin behind me, but I completely missed it, and it's just gone on the floor. So hey, I have to tidy up, so it's all right. It's only me to justify it. So there we go. That's the middle bit. My little things, dies. That's what I was thinking of. Things. Close that up. Get rid of that. These. Put those back in there. That can go in the bin. Just put it to my side rather than throwing it on the floor this time, Dave. So then you have to match the shapes of Dave, which is, you know me and matching shapes. So all they do is, let's bring that piece of paper back in so that you can see this better now. All we're going to do is we're going to put, let's take the sticky washi tape off this, if we can, if it's going to play. There. Okay, so what I did was I used some of this tape. Now it doesn't matter because you can see it, you know, so you can use whatever tape you like. So you can see it. I don't know if you can see there, but I liked that effect that it had of like it's been repaired type thing. See that one I did a bit differently. You could use ordinary sellotape or sticky tape or whatever it is you have. Obviously don't use double-sided sticky tape because when you peel the other side off you're going to end up with it on the back and it's going to be sticky, unless of course you're going to stick it down to something. That's absolutely fine. So I'll do one with this, and I like the uneven ends, so I'm not worrying about the biting of it. Just let's put something on it first. So let's give it a bit of a stamp with something. Should we put some, what are these, buttons? Buttons, you don't have to say it like that, Dave. Don't know what they're going to look like, but they've given it a fighting chance of being the right way up. There you go, buttons. Got some buttons and maybe, I don't know, a bit of paper. Do I ripped a bit of this off earlier and I don't know where I've ripped it to. Oh, hang on, let's just use a piece of paper here. I'm going to do that and then I'm going to cut it off from the back. I'm going to stick that on. How you decorate it is entirely up to you, obviously. It's not me. I am not here to tell you how to decorate. I'm just telling you my ideas. So I'm going to put that on there. Just make it so it goes off the edge a bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that bit off using the existing circle as a guide. Okay, and then I might stick something else to it. So maybe, maybe a bit of ticket. Maybe a bit of ticket would be nice. Yeah, stick that on there. No, not with that. So just put in your own decoration in, however you like. Anything hanging over, I'm just going to cut off. You can leave it on. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Okay, and in order to do that, all I did was took my sellotape that I've previously done, put that on the back. So this sellotape you can't see. I'm not going to use my teeth. It's Could go horribly wrong if I use my teeth. And then that bit on there. Oh, Dave, that was a silly mistake, sticking it onto a piece of paper. And then, like that, and then just stick it in the hole. There you go, like that. So that's one. So you see that one you can't see because I use the clear sellotape. Let's try this one. This is some of the eco sellotape. I did say I was going to bite it, didn't I? And then what have I gone and done? Bitten it, bited it. Yeah, Dave. That. Come hither. Don't bite it, Dave. One of these days, my teeth are going to be stuck to that. So, pop that there. So I'm going to take the next one. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay, we're going to... No, let's do the decoration of this one. So this has got that shape. This one. We'll have that. And what should we put on here? So I had a couple of stamps lying around. Should we put that? I don't know. Let's use red. Burgundy, actually, not a red. Stick that and maybe do, I don't know, like that. Oh, get it off. Do that. Let's get a bit more book page, maybe. You know, I can't have it straight at the top, so rip it off, Dave. Bit of glue on the back. Too much glue. Wipe it off on the back of my hand. No wonder my hand's always sticky these days. Put on there. We might have. Let's have a person on this one. Should we have a person? Maybe have him. Yes. Let's put him on there. So we're going to put this into here, but we're going to sellotape it first. This time, Dave, don't stick it down to the thing. Now you had some of that plastic from the flowers. Where is that? There. Put that there. Use that. And that. Pick that up. Take that piece of flower packing off. Stick this onto here. Make sure it sticks in the gap. And then this time I'm going to use some 3-in-1 because we're sticking it onto plastic. Well, some of him is on plastic, so make sure that his feet stick down so they don't cause a problem if you're tucking him in a pocket. Pop him on there. And anything that squeezes out when it's dry, it'll just rub off. That's another one. Let's do this one. What should we put on this one? Oh, get off me. That flower stuff is now all over the place. We can have, that's got a little bit of a nick there. I wonder if that opens up. It does. It looks like it could almost tuck something under that. We might tuck something under that because we can. I might use a stamp. Let's use that one with a nice bit of stamping on it. I'm going to have that there. Maybe pop that in the hole like that. Yeah, let's do that. Put some glue on the back of the stamp. Too much glue, Dave. Pop that in there. Yep. We might have. What else should we have on here? Another bit of random paper, I believe, might be called for. Maybe like that. Maybe a bit further over. over. Yep, let's do that. It's like working in miniature. Pop this onto here. There we go. Over the top. Great. We should have another person on here. He could be sitting on the bottom of there. Yep, perfect. That's fabuloso. Again, because he's going to be sticking to some plastic at the bottom of him, so I'm going to put... I mean, you could put just this glue at the bottom, but that's fine. We'll do it like this. There we go. And then we've got a final one. It's the final stamp. No, it's not a stamp, Dave. It's a... I can't remember what it is. A reverse... a reverse backflip. No. What is it? This vehicle is reversing. Oh, Dave, shut up. Stop with the reversing things. Reverse slide. Got there. Woohoo! Got there. So I'm going to tear that bit off there. I'll tear that bit off there. Because, you know, I can't have a straight edge. Tear that bit off. Yep, so we'll do this. Bit of glue. Oh, glue's falling over. It's drunk. Go. I was thinking the music on there looks like it's upside down, but it's not because the writing's the right way up, so it can't be. And maybe have 3.5D, not 3D. It's only 3.5D. Oh no, it's 3.5D. It's better than 3D. Take your eye out. Dave, shut up. Please shut up, Dave. Not that on there. No, it obliterates everything, so not that. Maybe another person. People who need people. Don't fall off. Sorry, my folder was going to fall off. Maybe a person with a dog. Or maybe a person without a dog. Person with a dog? Person with a dog. Child with a dog, actually. So, child with a dog. Right, okay, so this time we're going to use this. Just so, the only reason why I changed what I was using, just so you could see the difference. So, oh, that didn't go very well, did it? No. Okay. Better. Better, not perfect, but better. Don't do that again, Dave. We've been here before. Like that. And I liked the way you could see that one. That's why I liked that. Pop that in there. It sits nice and flat that way, and then again, a bit of glue on the back of. Well, it would be silly to glue it face down, wouldn't it? So, a bit of glue on the back is always better. There we go. And pop her and her dog just there. Bonza, brilliant, marvellous, fantastic, amazeballs. Okay, so that's what. Let's flip this back over because now it's dirty. So that's what. This is what we've made today. These. Okay, this was my inspiration. Well, not my inspiration, but these are my prototypes. and then I've got more that I can do more with here. So and then I did some more of those, but now I've got a nice laminator. So there you go, that's it. So, you know, just something else to give it a go of. One word of warning, by the way, if you want to make this look more antique, so if you want to antique it down, I don't know, should we, let's just do that. Let's just do that with you. I'll flip that back over again and we'll do this. Don't try and antique inside, don't try and put any alcohol ink in between these sheets. This is glue either side of here that when it heats up it creates a bond, yeah, and goes transparent. You start messing around with the composite of this by the chemicals that you put in. So remember, alcohol ink is made of alcohol and therefore it's flammable. You're going to heat this up. It could, well, you know, cause at the very least some noxious fumes, or you could cause, you know, a fire. So don't put anything on it until it's done, and then once it's done, then you can go through the let's make it a bit more antique-y, and we'll just do like we always do, well, like I always do when I'm antiquing something, is I put it on afterwards, and I'm just going to put it on the back. And this is green, so just a bit more interesting, isn't it? It's green. Move that out of the way, so turn it round. And remember, if you're using alcohol ink, it will take a while to dry on plastic, and therefore you just need to leave it now. So you see how that's gone, a yellowy kind of finish. So leave it face down, it will dry. Don't heat gun it, because if you heat gun it, it will melt, because remember it's plastic with glue in it. And it will dry. You have to leave alcohol ink for quite some time. You know, depending on your climate, anything from 24 hours to a week before it stops being tacky. Otherwise, it'll be tacky. So I've had some people say that when they've used the when they've done this faux sellotape thing, that it's still tacky, and that's because it will be tacky until such time as it's dried properly. So anyway, that's what we've done. That's what we've made. Let's put this on here. In fact, I'm going to just close that up and leave that to one side, and we'll go back to these. So yeah, so if you're going to make it look aged, then that's the way to do it. There you go. So might be something you want to give it a try. All right then. So you know what I'm going to say, don't you? My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. And please, 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 please give this a like. Please, 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 please share it if you think it's been good. As far as I'm aware, nobody else has done this. It was like I say, it was one late night, my brain working overtime. And you know, if you have liked it and you're going to give it a go, let me know that. You know, have a chat in the comments. You know, you can always message me, and I'm grateful to anybody that's kind of stuck around or that's new to the channel. It is growing a little bit now. Thank you to anybody that's ever bought any of the digitals, and I will see you all in my next video. You all look after yourself, folks. Remember, I love you all. All right then, I won't say it again, but I'll send you lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And big hugs. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.